Hi there, folks. This is Sean Shaughnessy. I am a certified professional coach, and as you probably know, I am also a wealth manager. I spent 20 years producing and managing in the business. Want to welcome you back to our series on how to become a better producer. I'm going to touch on a subject today that may be a bit touchy for some of you there. Had I known or heard this 20 years ago, I probably would have said, you got to be nuts. So with that, I am going to let you know that I'm going to read off of some things here to make sure that my data is accurate. Another thing you probably notice is that I have a USC, South Carolina football cup on my desk. I lost a bet, so unfortunately that has to sit here in my vlog. But anyway, what I want to talk about is how much do we really work? Think about that for a second. I'll say it again. How much do we really work in any given week? Okay? You know, most of us, we'll get to the office at 6, we'll work till 10. Back in 1995, when I was a rookie, it was a red badge of courage to see who could put the most hours in, just to be the stud who could stay in the office longer. I doubt that we got any more done than we could have had we worked 35 hours that particular week, but you know, it just made us feel better that we were doing that 75, 80-hour week that so many people believe in. So how much do you really work? How much do you get up for coffee? How much do you chat with your cohorts? How much time do you spend on Facebook? Or LinkedIn? I'll give LinkedIn a pass, but how much time do you spend on LinkedIn? How much time do you spend on Facebook or Twitter or whatever the new thing is now? I'm not that particularly tech savvy. It's a lot of time. I'm sure you've heard of the magazine, Inc. magazine. It's a magazine that is it's dedicated to building and helping entrepreneurs build their business with ideas and so on and so forth. Here I go. I'm going to take a drink out of my South Carolina cup. Thank you for not judging me for having a dry mouth there. But the article said that in all reality, most employees will work 3.3 productive hours per day. 3.3. And that's assuming that they have 8 hours per day to dedicate to their profession. 3.3. And Inc. had a list of the various things that employees will do with their time, and I just happen to have this list right here, so I'm going to read it off to you and see what you think. Reading news websites, 1 hour, 5 minutes per day. Checking social media, there's a time suck, 44 minutes a day. Discussing non-work related items with coworkers, chalk that up to 40 minutes a day. Searching for a new job. 26 minutes a day, you're searching for a new job. Taking a smoke break. Thank goodness this isn't as much of an issue as it used to be, but for those of you that still indulge in that habit, you can go ahead and you can subtract 23 minutes from your day on that. Making calls to your spouse, your partner, your friends, whatever the case may be, 18 minutes a day. Making hot drinks. In other words, taking your mug and going to the coffee pot and putting your creamer in, or going and getting a hot cup of tea, that's going to cost you 17 minutes a day. Texting, instant messaging, we all do it. You know, I mean, we don't, if at all possible, many of us would rather not talk with somebody voice to voice. We'd rather just text them, especially if it's something that's somewhat mundane. That's going to be 14 minutes. Eating snacks. Eating snacks. Let's think about that for a second. Let's say you are the one in the boardroom that has the stash of microwave popcorn, and you go back to the break room, throw that sucker in the microwave, and before you know it, the entire break room smells like popcorn with freshly melted butter, and everybody starts to salivate, and you know, oh, I've been there and I've done that. I've seen it happen. But for those of you that do that, and there are a lot to do, that's 8 minutes a day. And then finally, making food in the office. This one I'm not all that concerned with. I mean, it's part of just being a human being, but that counts for 7 minutes a day as well. Do any of these activities sound familiar to you? Now think about it. Do any of these activities sound familiar to you? I'm sure they do. You know, we're all guilty of doing one thing or another. But there is something that we can do that will at least make us aware of how we are spending our time, and perhaps give us that additional edge to make us that much more productive in the office, so we don't have to spend as much time there as we would otherwise. There is a self-development guru. Unfortunately, he has passed away here in the last few years, but his name is Jim Rohn. And Jim had an ingenious idea about time management. He knew that the vast majority of American workers were wasting time at the office. So he came up with a template for your computer that basically audits your time. It's not complicated, but what the audit does is it very clearly points out, how are you spending your time? And if you're honest with yourself, you will see that this very simple tool can help you immensely in determining what are actual priorities and what things are, you know, things that we can cut out of our day. This tool is available on my website, so feel free to grab this tool. It's not going to cost you anything to get it. I think it'll be an eye-opener. It'll help you with your practice. So I do hope that you will take advantage and get that. Next time that we talk, we are going to talk about paid and non-paid time. Think about that. Paid and non-paid time. So, until next time, thank you so much for clicking the button and listening to what I have to say, and have a wonderful day. Take care.